So seriously? Starting right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Chu na Chani, Oklahoma, Klesnitsuk. Welcome.
Merlin.
Merlin. What Merlin? It was on a cartoon show, wasn't it? Right? Merlin?
Like the lizard.
The lizard?
Like the wizard.
The wizard.
Like the lizard.
Oh. I was trying to think of it. Merlin. Oh, it was a shark.
Marlin's a bird as well. A hunting bird.
This morning, I welcomed a bunch of people to our territory on behalf of our Thai, and they were people from all over the Pacific coastline as far as Haida Gwaii, and talked about the ocean and water, and talked about prayer, and sang a song. But, this morning, or this afternoon, I'm going to, it's like a chant, it's like a prayer. But, it's wonderful to see our youth here, and I want to share this with you guys. You guys are here on your day off of school, and I think I'd rather be running around somewhere out there climbing a tree or on my phone, maybe. But I just want to say how important it is, to absorb information and always to learn. So taking this day, you're off school, and I just wanted to acknowledge you guys. I'm going to do a chant, so I'm going to need your attention. Tori, no one. But I want to give you guys something. And anytime you feel fit, anytime you feel like you want to use this chant, then by all means use this chant. And the chant is asking for help. It's calling in our ancestors to call in and to witness what's going on. And yeah, you've probably heard it before, but I think it'd be a good time to do that, because I know when I had a Pro D day, I didn't want to be doing something that might result to work or something, but this is how it goes. So then in our tradition, we usually gift something when there's something that's being given. And I think I've been sort of like on a high. I was with the youth yesterday, and they sang some songs yesterday, and I heard their voices, and they sounded really, really powerful. And knowing that as a professional and seeing these three youth here today, it's very touching. And knowing that cyberbullying, and knowing what's going on in this whole wide world that's forever changing, forever growing, and trying to learn about that other world. I think the more we know about it, the more we understand. But I just wanted to acknowledge these three youth here today. And anytime you want to use that chant, you guys can use it. All right. So remember this day. And if you want me to record it for you, so that you can have it, you can listen to it, I could do that too. Because we all have devices that we could use for good. But in that, I just wanted to give this Devil's Club trophy to you for witnessing what's taking place. And this is another Devil's Club beat to our elders. So then, whenever there's something that's going to be given, you know, it's always good to have witnesses, so that whenever it comes time or place where the three youth here are going to use the chant somewhere, so then they'll know. Say, on this day, Edward gave me permission to use this chant, and Jane was here, and Merlin was here. So cool.
Okay, listen.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Well, anybody who's sitting around the table that would like to join the table is more than welcome. And there's lots of room. I'm really happy to be here today. My name is Merlin, and I'm here to talk about the internet and things, and how you guys work on it. But I'd like to, if you guys wouldn't mind, I'd like to know kind of your names and a little bit, if you could tell me before we start even, maybe what you do mostly on the internet, and if there's any questions you have to start out with, so I can make sure that I talk about them. Would that be okay? Somebody like to go first? No?
How about a thumbs up? Who does Facebook?
There we go.
Thumbs up. Who does Facebook? Okay. Who does Snapchat? Okay. Who does Instagram? Who does video games? Who listens to YouTube?
Who has a YouTube channel? Anybody here game? Fortnite? No? Fortnite a little bit? Anybody here, thumbs up, thumbs down if you've seen something on the internet that scared you? Anybody ever been scared, or maybe a little bit? You've seen something that disturbed you or you made you nervous? Right? Okay. Anybody been trolled online? Do you know what trolling is? Anybody picked on you in a game or anything? Maybe? Do you know anybody that's been cyberbullied online? Yes or no? No? Yes? Yeah? Okay. We'll talk about a few things, and then if there's more questions, you can write them down on a piece of paper, or you're more than happy to talk to me, okay? Okay, so always I'd like to acknowledge the traditional unceded territory where we are and say that I'm really honored and thank you for having me here. I do have a kid that's been on the internet for a really long time, and I've been on the internet almost since it started in 1996, so I know I don't look like a geek, but I am. And I've had lots of devices, and I've been online I had my first laptop in 1986, and it only had 4 megs of RAM, which is nothing. So we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. First, I'd like to talk to you guys about public and permanent. I want you to really know and really remember that everything you post online is public and permanent. As soon as something's turned into something's digital, like it's a 1 or a 0, it's been on the internet, it lasts as long as data lasts. It's not just like that, snap my finger and then that snaps over, that moment in time's over. If you record it, you can see it over and over and over and over again. So everything you post online is public and everything's permanent. One of the reasons is there's actually a website called archive.org, and if you go there, you can search in their search engine, which is here. It's called the Wayback Machine. And my website is safeonline.ca. And if you put my URL in there, you can see what my website looked like 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 2 years ago, or 13 years ago. So they have all the versions of everything that's been put on the internet. And that's just one example of the things that happen. Every time you make a post, every time you make a comment, or you put your photo up, all of those things are coming together in a permanent reputation that's going to follow you through your whole life. Now, I don't necessarily think this is fair, because I'm really glad that there weren't, and there's lots of adults here that are really glad that there weren't pictures taken, people taking pictures of us when we were teenagers and kids, because when you're a kid, that's kind of the time that you make mistakes, or you're trying to figure out who you want to be, or maybe you're experimenting with your friends, or those kinds of things. We didn't have pictures of us taken then, but you guys might have pictures taken of you when you're doing something maybe illegal, immoral, or dangerous, and that's really not a good idea. Universities now are starting to use what's online about you to decide whether you can get a scholarship. Some students have their lives wrecked because they made a bad choice when they were 12 or 13, and then that picture shows up. A lot of universities dump kids because of what they see online, but some of them get scholarships or get into university because of what's online about them. Because they put the good things, it's like your brand. Do you guys know what a brand is? Like Coca-Cola has a brand, and they do advertising, and they have little logos. Well, what's online about you is how the outside world's going to see. So if you put up good examples of your art and your play and your